Hello, welcome to the Oz's picture folder on my computer, and this is the first time that I made a video about, well, myself and my stuff, and it features me and me only. Okay, let's go on. These are actually my renders from doing a 3D program called Blender 3D. It's an open source software for modeling, animation, and whatever you want to do in 3D space. And it is a very powerful program, and it can make satisfying and realistic results if you do it correctly. Okay, where is it? Alright, let's put those out of the way and let's go to the window scene. This is actually my first renders, and I made according to a tutorial, one of the many tutorials that exists out there on Blender. And in this picture, it's essentially a penguin, no, not a penguin, a snowman in a winter scene with snow and stuff. And by the way, I called this snowman Alec just for the heck of it. It's just a gag now. And this is also a gag. I replaced the textures for the plain to grass texture, so it's so that's why I called this father. What time of the year is it? And this is the actual scene with um, snow textures, which is just white. Let's close this. Okay, I'm gonna just run through simple stuff, and since I don't want to waste too much time doing this. And this is the goblet folder, and there's two types of goblets here. One is a clean glass goblet, as you can see here, and a silver goblet. The only difference between these two are the techniques it is made, because the clean glass goblet is made using a cube, really. Cubes have been extruded up with different sizes to make the basic shape, and then use the substitute tool to smooth out the edges so it looks like it's cylindrical. But the silver goblet is made using a cylinder. It's more realistic in the sense if you are an actual realist. I prefer to make stuff using cylinders if I want to make round objects, because it makes more sense, right? Yeah. Okay, let's go to the simple vehicle, and this is the smallest amount of pictures that I have in a folder. Actually, the second smallest though. And this is actually a simple vehicle with a few components. This is the complete vehicle. This is the seat for the vehicle, and this is the rocket launcher. This took me the most time to do because of its complexity. Look at the sides and look at the mount and the tail of the rocket. Oops. Okay, let's go back, and this is my penguin folder. I didn't do anything much after that, but okay, this is my original creations, which is a 3D glass, which I modeled from the glass at my house using the same techniques I did as the silver goblet, which been seen previously. It's actually pretty cool because it looks so photorealistic in the sense that Blender is powerful enough to create the lighting and materials properties for glass, and it's actually pretty cool. And guess what? The one corner is it's a lamp. It's a lamp actually, and this is part of the light bulb, and this is the lamp. We have the corrected materials. It doesn't look so glossy anymore from the previous one. And this is a more realistic render of the glass with realistic shadows, as evidently you can see previously there's only two lines from the previous pictures, the first pictures. And this is a pretty cool shot because it's you put a camera somewhere down at the bottom and seeing through. It's like actually looking through a glass and looking through lamp. It's the refracting properties. It's as I said, very powerful and realistic. Since Blender is a very powerful tool and program. This is another refract shot, and this is the lamp and the glass side by side. And it's also real realistic, more realistic shadows with the lamp on the side. Okay, let's go back. Okay, another one of my original creations is the rounds, aka bullets for you. Don't know what I'm talking about. This is an empty and complete rounds. Okay, okay, I know it doesn't look too realistic with the casings, but I try and make the brass as realistic as possible, and also the lead for the bullets. And it also takes me a painstaking amount of time to do these. But as you can see, I can do a million things by just using the duplicate tool. For once you use Blender, you know what I mean, right? And also made a center fire pin, although it's not so clear if you can't see. I'll point it out. 3 casings. Alright, that's the last folder that we're gonna go through. And one more original creation is the flower pot, which is pretty easy. 15 minutes at most. Also the house, which is using tutorial. And seawater tutorial is from mystic.com tutorial. And well, that's it. Well, there's nothing much else in my pictures folder other than the default simple pictures uh, and 2 wallpapers I downloaded. And also this is the textures and some other pictures as guides for modeling. And that's it. See you next time.